Hey, it's Jeff with Water Street Wealth Management. Hope everyone's doing well. Wanted to shoot a short video today on the topic of what to do with that old 401k you have outside. So, a question I get a lot from clients when they switch jobs or switch careers or even right before retirement is, Jeff, what should I do with that old 401k I have outside? And there's a few different options for you to consider. The first option, obviously, is to leave it where it's at. The second choice you have is moving it into your new company sponsored plan with your new employer. The third option would be to roll it over to an IRA account, an individual retirement account. And the fourth option would be to cash it out. Before you make any decision, you definitely want to evaluate what's in your best interest. Make sure you explore all the tax ramifications of any changes you make. And you want to look at the plan specifically itself. And when I say look at the plan, look at things like the expenses you're currently paying. Look at the investment choices and see what your options are as far as investments are concerned. Look at all the planning tools and guidance that they might or might not offer to you. And then finally, see if there's any penalties for making any changes or making any moves. Once you've evaluated all those questions, then you can look to explore some of the options in a little bit more depth. So your first choice for the old 401k is to just leave it where it's at. You won't be able to make any more contributions to it, but you will have access to those funds potentially when you turn 55 without any penalties. The downside, though, to keeping it with the old employer plan is that if you have a few different accounts outside, it might be difficult to manage all those investments and really track things accordingly with regards to your long-term investment goals and objectives. The next option you may have available to you is to roll over that old 401k into your current employer sponsored plan. If your employer offers that option, you can move that old 401k tax deferred right into your 401k with your new company. Just keep in mind, you'll be limited to the investment choices that they offer within the plan. Another option you have for the old account is to roll it into an IRA, an individual retirement account. If you've got old 401ks or qualified accounts outside, you can roll them over to an IRA, and it's going to give you a lot more flexibility with regards to the investments. In an IRA, you can invest in stocks, bonds, 15,000 plus mutual funds, even savings and CD vehicles. So there's a lot more choices available to you. You may even be able to have penalty-free withdrawals for things like first-time home purchase or healthcare expenses or even education expenses. So something to consider is rolling it into an IRA account. The final option, and this is one we usually don't recommend, is to cash it out. If you cash out that 401k, you're subject to a couple things. Penalties if it's early. So if it's before 59 and a half, you're subject to an early withdrawal penalty, which right now is currently 10%. In addition to that, you'll be subject to income taxes. So you want to try and avoid cashing out those accounts early just because of the tax ramifications involved. Plus, these are long-term retirement-focused vehicles, so you want to gear them as such. Hopefully that was helpful. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any additional questions or concerns. If you want to review your 401k options further, we'd welcome the opportunity to have a conversation with you. I did put a link below to my calendar. Feel free to click on that and we can schedule 15 minutes or so to chat. Thanks for your time. Have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.